No, I had truly had friends in low places. It wasn't just a song, and I didn't know that. I came from low places. Like I came from beautiful places. I was a rose in Spanish Harlem. That's for lack of a better phrase, that's exactly what it was. I will pick Thanatos and watch him as he grows in my garden. La la la. And that's how it went. Yeah. And that's how it was, dude. Just a big fatty sativa or a big indica plant that just sprouted up from the gutter, or a big fucking beautiful rose. But you couldn't, and that some bitch came out. Oh my god, look at this fucking plant, bitch! I found a fucking indica plant in my backyard. Holy shit! Nice little country bitch. She cut the stalk and she put me in her house, and then she put me up on the roof. And then, yeah. Put you in my garden, motherfucker. I used to write a lot of songs about pot plants. In the Twilight and In the Sun are both about, well, partially they're about marijuana plants. In the Sun's about a half fucking woman, half sativa plant that I dreamt up in my mind. Just like that Batman episode about a bitch that she comes up, I don't know what her genesis was, but she sprouted up in somebody's garden and she was coming through the soil, and I was like, oh my god, my dick, when I was a kid and I seen that. And I thought about that. In my garden, la 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 la. And that's what the little bitch was singing. She put me out on her fucking little stoop there, up 45th Street, 108 flights above fucking the world. She put me on her little fire escape with her hibachi. And night after night she would dream, and she'd drink a little Puerto Rican rum, and she would toke a little cheap as she can get from the block until she grew up this good. And before little Missy knew it, she was saying prayers, writing in her poetry book, and writing in her diary. And she's like, holy shit, I'll be alone each and every night. And then it was September. And then it was bye-bye, so long, farewell. And then she had a good crop. She totally, she raised up a little king. And her female friends came over, and they had an old school 9-to-5 pot party, a little witch's coven, right there in the living room, where they dreamed up other men's demise, and they dreamed up wicked things. They had a sewing circle. Working 9 to 5. Miley Cyrus was there. Dolly Parton was there. All the motherfuckers was there. All the deep, dark bitches that you don't want to fuck with were there. And that's when Dolly dreamt up. She's like, the tide's going to turn, and it's going to roll you the fuck away. But hold on, man. This is just too much. I'm trying to do this and sing and fucking do this at the same time, and it's not working. Welcome to Buckwood. A little Buckwood a boogie. The Buckwood a boogie. Come on, fucker. The Buckwood a boogie. Get down, turn around. My fascination with fucking Z-Quil started when I met this bass player, and I moved down to this place where I can rehearse in the back of a hip-hop store with my punk band, and the bass player at the time was a coffee house musician, and he was like Simon and Garfunkel or something, but he liked Kurt Cobain and he liked Bob Dylan, and he was good like that. And I used to go down there, and then I started fucking around with those folky coffee people, like, and a lot of girls and a lot of bi girls. It wasn't even my scene. I was playing clubs. I was playing big clubs, money clubs that were advertised on the radio. Thank you, bitch. And so I realized that the pickings were deep and fatty if I would just start hanging around Cafe Lena or Cafe whatever, Bistro Fuckwad, Bistro Bohem, you know? And I'd go there and I'd fuck the little girls with guitars, all the while fucking club bitches that were just gothy, slobbering, salivating fatty hoes with big titties pushed together. and not shy about it. You know what I mean? But the folk music, the folk musicians often were poor and they played for legitimate money. The bums were hard-working, ethical bums back then. They're like, oh, I can do a yo-yo and a unicycle, and I came out from fucking Wavy Gravy's pig farm in fucking California, or a clown school. Just total street bums that felt like it was their right, it was their God-given, well, it is, to sleep in the streets. But they would play guitar and they'd come in and they would sing these folk songs about drinking NyQuil and drinking ZQuil and drinking funny things, drinking rubbing alcohol. And they had a bunch of songs like that, like a whole Boxcar Willie hand jive selection. Like if you dipped into their record catalog, you're like, holy shit, you got a whole Johnny Royale fucking collection here of secret hits that you used to do on the circuit, and now you're just a hand jivey jalopy bum on the corner. But they would play and they'd teach you that. And they would drink and they'd be like, Aaron, go get me some cheap malt liquor, blah, 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 blah. And they would literally take apart fucking inhalants and huff aerosols. They like to get high. They'd smoke Chiba. But there was a lot of that. There was a lot of folk music like that. It was still a thing like it was the 60s. It seems kind of lost to history, but the 90s seen a big, because they wanted to be like Holland and have coffee houses. That's when the real coffee houses sprung up, you know? And then you have to sit there through, you could fuck bitches that don't even play that, just want to read poetry and drink coffee. And then a lot of the times, those are the bitches with girlfriends. This is my girlfriend. We're real close. We want to move in and write poetry with you. And I'm like, yeah, you want to move in and write poetry with your girlfriend and me and both of you suck my dick? Give us money for coffee. Those kind of bitches. Those kind of bitches forever. It's always good to put your dick in everything. And then you get into radio and television, you try to squeeze your dick into anything you can, and there's always some kind of honey to do that. I don't know what goes on now. I really don't know. I don't think there's any bands anymore at all. I think that they're all gone. Just like the fucking psychiatrist is too. In this brave new world here, I mean, what the fuck? I can't get a psychiatrist. I can't get a fucking rock band. I can't get a sweaty fucking sweat hogger mama with a face like a jammy tooth bitch. You know? That's the bitch I want. You know what I mean? Isn't that cute? The Toxic Twins? I love that. Steven Tyler was real jealous of Joe Perry, or whatever his fucking name is, Joe's girlfriend there. And he's just playing guitar, just smiling, because he hates the bitch too in a little way. That's the kind of shit you do, you know? You add to the collection. But that's what they drink, and that's what I'm drinking now. I'm still trying to drink that.